Now. And, all right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Trash Talk. I'm here with the amazing photographer Dana Zook. She's fantastic. I've seen some of her fucking pictures all across the board, from small local bands at local venues to big, massive bands at big venues, on stage, off stage, fucking amazing. How did you get into this?
So it kind of started as like a hobby in high school. I, got a camera for Christmas one year and was just kind of fooling around with it in my house and like taking pictures of my animals and stuff like that. And in high school, I had a friend that was playing some like shitty Battle of the Bands thing that was happening at some pub. And I figured, well, I don't know if I'm gonna like any of these bands, so maybe I'll just take my camera there and that'll preoccupy me. And turns out that I really, really enjoyed it. And funny enough, at that same event, I met Dylan Parker of Proto Sequence, and Dylan Parker and I have been very good friends since then. And that's kind of how I snowballed into the local scene in that way. Because there was bands there that I had taken pictures of, and they're like, "Who's this girl?" So they got their pictures, and it kind of just spread like wildfire from there for me. Like right out of high school, I started a business, which was my photography business, and I kind of ran with it since then, and it's been going strong pretty much up until last year. So that's
Yeah.
kind of it. And I mean, like, I had gone through some pretty traumatic shit in high school, which like the only way to escape that mental turmoil was by doing that. So I think I just kind of like instantly clung to it, and it was like this magnetism, and it's really been a huge, huge part of my life since then. So that's kind of to put it in a nutshell. I guess high school is kind of when it all started.
Nice. That's awesome. Now, what was the first band you photographed? Was it Proto Sequence?
No, the first band. That's a good question. I don't really remember. It was like a high school like Battle of the Bands thing, like the music students.
So it was my first band.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck.
So yeah, it was like the music students in my school had they all branched off into their little bands to do a Battle of the Bands. And that was kind of it. Like, I don't remember what they were calling themselves, and they're not really bands anymore. But Dylan Parker's band at the time, he was in a thrash band,
Really?
like a hardcore thrash band, and yeah, I was like, this is pretty sweet. And then that's kind of that's kind of how we met. I think we connected through like Facebook or like Nexopia or something like that, and then it just kind of like went from there.
He totally hit you with the ASL.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, Nexopia. Holy shit. Excuse me while I throw up in my mouth and swallow it. Yeah. Every time I talk to like musicians or people involved with band stuff, Nexopia, MySpace, all of them come up. Like the nostalgia hits hard. Like,
Yeah.
and it always comes,
Messenger.
yeah, it always comes down to like, why? Why isn't there something like MySpace now? And actually, my buddy Rob O'Day, shout out to Enigma Media and Storm the Empire. I forgot his band's name for a second. I'm interviewing them on Friday. Oh, Nate. Okay, so yeah, he's all over it. He's like, I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure this out. And I wish him all the luck in the world, all the power to you, buddy, because it's a hard road, especially when it comes down to like the reasons why big websites are set up, and it's for fucking advertisement revenue.
Totally, it totally is. Like, I work for a lot of, well, I guess up until fucking COVID times, I was working for a lot of online-based publications, and that's where they make a lot of their money from, was from advertising. Like, the biggest one that I would work for in terms of publications anyway would be Exclaim, and they still go to print. So that's pretty impressive considering we're living in a digital world.
Yeah.
But if you actually pick up a copy of Exclaim and flip through it, it's like music, ad, music, ad. Like,
Yeah.
a shit ton of advertising. So, excuse me, I'm pretty sure that's probably why they've been afloat. And let's hope that they stay afloat, because that would be great for me, selfishly. But it would be great for Canadian content in general. And it's good to have that kind of shit. Like, nothing beats having, like, your album review or, like, a picture of your band or something like that in print, something that's, like, immortalized. I think that's really special. So
Newspaper clipping in a picture frame for mom's fucking kitchen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
That's
have,
the
like,
dream.
right in front of me is, like, my ego wall, I call it. I have a bunch of pictures that I've taken that have been published in Exclaim over the years, and they're, like, all right there.
That's awesome. You gotta bask in that shit sometimes. Like, you worked hard for that. You earned it, right? You deserve to bask in that shit. Respect. Huge respect.
Thank you.
Now, how many cameras do you got?
I think I'm running 5 right now, but I have 2 that are, like, my main ones. So if I'm shooting an event, say at, like, Rogers Place or something, I'm usually walking around with 2 cameras. But I always have a backup and a backup to the backup.
And then a box full of batteries and memory cards.
We're rechargeable in this house. So it's like lens cloths, memory cards, and earplugs is what I keep in the bag.
Earplugs.
Hey,
Whatever.
I
gotta
need...
protect my eyes for cameras with earplugs.
And I need the earplugs so I can, like, eavesdrop on all the good shit that's going on backstage.
Yeah, there you go.
When you're hearing people talking shit,
yeah,
and somebody needs a fucking whack.
There you go. I remember it, for some reason, remember that episode of Family Guy where he farts and turns up the radio?
What the hell was that?
I don't even watch Family Guy, and for some reason it popped into my head. Richard Colborn is watching. Hey, Richard. Thanks for watching, buddy. Very, very glad to see you're tuning in. I hope you're feeling good today, buddy. I hope today is a good day for you.
Yes.
So, when was the first time you got, like, one of them big band moments where you're like, holy fuck, I'm shooting a big band now, like, I gotta bring my fucking A game. Do I have an A game to bring for this? Like, when was that first moment, like, is this really it? Do I back down from this, or do I fucking charge in full force?
I think the first, like, big band that more than just, like, the local scene was familiar with was probably Skeleton Witch. And that was at Calgary Metal Fest in, like, 2014 or 15. That was a big deal because I'm a big Skeleton Witch fan. So I was like, fucking A, this is great.
Hell yeah.
And I, like, was really, feeling myself that day that they were playing, and I went over to their merch booth, and I was like, hey, do you guys want to take some pictures in the back alley? And they were like, hell yeah. So we were able to build a relationship off of that. And then for the following years after that time in Calgary at the Metal Fest, every time they'd be coming through Edmonton, I'd get an email. hey, you want to come to the show? Hey, you want to come to the show? Like, you want
Get
to
a
get
hold of
drinks
that
to the show?
photographer again.
Show? Like, that was a pretty like significant thing for me. And then after that, I would say the next biggest band that I was like, holy shit, like shitting bricks because this is actually happening, was AC/DC at Commonwealth Stadium. That was a big fucking deal for me.
Snoogans.
Yeah. I was like, welcome to Thunderdome. Holy fuck.
And then you get there and they're all old.
Old as dirt. Like, holy shit.
Single digit social security number old.
They were old men when Christ was in diapers.
First, they get up there half asleep, like, and then all of a sudden the amps turn on and they're just buzzed right back to life, and fucking Angus Young, fucking, oh man, he's got to have robot legs by now.
Yeah, like Go-Go Gadget, straight up. But the really, like, the cool thing about that show in Edmonton was they're about to go on stage and it's like torrential downpour happening. And looking at all of the pictures of the tour prior to that and after, they all kind of looked the same because, like, you only have a certain amount of time to take pictures in a setting like that. And typically they don't really change the set list. They don't change the lights. They don't really do anything particularly different on stage. Like, they're pretty choreographed, whether it's like intentional or not. I mean, I'm sure at this point in time it probably is, but it made it really unique because there wasn't very many other tour stops or pictures of their tour stops that had like fucking sheets of rain in the pictures. So I thought that was pretty neat anyway.
There's a little bit of panache on the dip for you. Yeah, there you go. Some spice is always nice.
Yes.
Hold on a second. I gotta grab my beverage.
Hey, sips.
Oh,
if anybody else is drinking a beer right now, sips.
So I've seen you take show photos. I've seen you take band photos. But I have to say that at the moment, my favorite is your dog photos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's like, so that's been like kind of something that I had always wanted to do for a really long time. It was a brainchild for a long time, but I just never went and did it. I guess, like, I was like, oh, you know, like, I don't know, like, random person approaches somebody walking their dog on the street and then it's like, hey, can I take a photo of your dog? Like, people would probably be like, get the fuck out of here.
But
like,
then you realize everybody's like, I'm so proud of mine, pupper. Can you send me the pictures, please?
yeah, like, and I'm totally that person. Like, I'm my dog's number one fan. So, I mean, I get it. But yeah, like, it was a brainchild for a long time, and I just, like, was kind of fearful of the rejection, I guess you could say. And, you know, one day I just kind of went out and did it. And I had a really positive response, and it's kind of snowballed from there. You know, and, you know, since having my dog, like, he brings so much joy to my life, and dogs in general bring so much joy to people's lives. And especially in times like right now, I feel like it's important to spread a little positivity, especially in such a toxic place like the fucking internet or Facebook.
That's why I'm here. Try and clean shit up a little bit. Nate Trash is going to clean shit up a little bit.
Yeah, Nate Trash is taking out the trash.
Yay, Dana!
But yeah, like, so it was kind of a brainchild from there. And then for a while I was calling it my side project, you know, because I've been hanging around band people too much with all their side projects and whatnot. So
you're so awesome, though.
Yeah, but now that there's no shows going on, like, I can't
call it a side project. It sounds ridiculous.
Yeah. But yeah, like now that there's no shows and stuff going on, like I'm not doing anything else. I have plenty of time on my hands, so I try to make a point of at least like once a week hitting a dog park or something and just walking around with a fistful of business cards and my camera and trying to take pictures of as many dogs as I possibly can.
That I saw one of my favorite pictures was the two labs with
The
their
big black ones,
with
they
their
look like
faces
bears.
smushed together.
Oh my
They-
god, yeah. Those dogs probably weighed about 150 pounds each. Like, they're fucking bears, but oh my god, they were so sweet.
They look like
So
such
sweet.
big doofuses.
Yeah! That's the best part.
My
'Cause they're
sister,
just like, "Grr."
yeah, my sister has a big doofy mastiff.
Oh,
His name's Dozer.
Dozer!
He was my uncle's guard dog when my uncle was out of jail. But he wasn't a guard dog. He was just a big, silly bastard. He growled every now and again. But now he's at my sister's with my sister and her two daughters. And he is a fucking family man through and through.
Oh.
And she took him to the vet. And turns out he's not as old as I thought he was. I guess they knew, but I didn't. I thought he was a lot older. I guess he's supposed to get to almost 300 fucking pounds. I asked if that was a mistake. I'm like, you mean 200 pounds? And then she showed me a piece of paper. 280 pounds is the max out weight for a mastiff. But I guess that's probably like optimal setting though, right?
Holy fuck, yeah, like...
Raw
You
meat
need,
diet,
like-
stuff like that.
Yeah, and like... Is he a Neapolitan Mastiff? Like, does he have a lot
No.
of skin?
But the funny thing, my daughter's mother actually has a purebred Neapolitan Mastiff named Ziggy.
Oh.
And that's Serenity's dog. And Serenity, I love him too because he's got a big floppy face.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's why I would want one, and their paws are like the size of dinner plates.
He's such
Like,
a
they're
good dog.
fucking huge. Have you ever seen videos of them running? It's fucking hilarious. They're like...
Ziggy was a rescue actually.
No shit.
Yeah, and because of his he's a pure breed. And because of his pedigree, he had lots of issues. He was very high maintenance when they got him.
Yeah.
Like ear mites and stuff like that. But honestly, he's such a good dog. Serenity loves him to pieces. I want to get a bulldog.
Fuck yeah. A really good friend of mine has a bulldog named Marley, and she's like Miss Piggy. Like, she's a princess and she runs the household, but like snorty and like
Just
wrinkled.
gross.
Yeah, she's like a holiday ham with legs.
See, I want to name mine either Chico or Hercules because those are two dogs that I had when I was younger.
Yeah.
Hercules was a 250-pound Labrador Retriever.
Aw.
It was my grandma's dog.
Holy.
And then Chico was my dog. He was an Akita Chow Cross. He looked like a big white and gold German Shepherd. But bigger, like a bigger snout and bigger, rounder ears and a
Like
curly
stockier.
tail. Yeah, and my sister and her friends used to dress him up and color on him with Sharpie and markers because he was white, and he loved it. He fucking loved it.
Oh, that's a good dog. When you can fuck with it, that's a good dog.
And
they're just like,
exactly. And Dozer's like that too with my nieces.
oh,
It's fucking hilarious.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I want to get a bulldog. I don't know why. I've never wanted to get a dog, and I think about it, and I keep thinking about it, and for some reason, I just want to get a fucking bulldog. So I'm gonna wait.
Suit you.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because I'm the type of guy that also wants to go look and see if I can rescue something first.
Yeah, there's actually like bulldog rescues in Alberta. So if you want to do like breed specific, you can check.
I'm gonna
those
check
out.
it out. I'm gonna check that out.
Totally. I'm not gonna lie, I've been looking at them every other day because at this point in my life, I'm pretty sure I would murder somebody for a French bulldog or a pug.
Okay, my grandma used to breed pugs.
Really?
Yeah, she passed
Oh
away
my
recently.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
It's
that.
it's okay. It was she had a struggle with cancer and she passed
Oh
away.
shit.
She passed away quite peacefully in her own home,
Oh, that's
and
good.
it's life. It's a circle of life.
Mhm.
But she used to
Totally.
breed pugs. I always grew up around pugs, and the
Mhm.
the running joke in the family was they were chasing parked cars.
I could see that from the pugs that I've met before in my life. Yeah, they're not that bright, but my god, are they ever cute? Like
So
they're so fucking cute. Like
they are
I want
they're little loaves of bread with curly tails.
pretty much, yeah,
So
and
my
long legs.
That's right. Yeah, weird legs, weird long
Yeah,
legs.
like free, like longer than they should be for a dog of that size. I feel.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So my grandma had when I was very young. My grandma had a black pug, pure black pug named Mitsu, and my grandpa called it Mitsubishi. And he used to feed her. He used to have a big a big log of rollover dog food,
Mhm.
and he'd cut pieces off and feed her the pieces, and we'd sit there and we'd throw her pieces, and she'd snort and she'd flop around and she'd go crazy, and I've always remembered her, but over time I forgot that she was black because
Oh,
my
weird.
grandma the pugs my grandma bred after, because I don't think she bred Mitsu, but the ones she bred
Mhm.
after were always gray. They were
Mhm.
always gray with little black patches on the back and on the head and little black ears, right?
Mhm.
So when my grandma was sick, we went and visited her, and she had a statue, and it all rushed back all the memories of Mitsu being a black pug and that being a statue of Mitsu, and
Oh my god.
it's weird how things get triggered like that, right?
Yeah,
It was,
totally.
and I
Totally.
hadn't been in my grandma's house for years because of the lifestyle I lived in the past. I got kind of estranged from that side of my family, and I reconnected with them just before my grandmother passed away, and now I've reconnected with my brother and got really tight with my brother,
Mhm.
and it all happened so fast and so
Yeah,
crazy, and that was one of the things that just clicked. It was like, wow, life is weird, and brains are weird.
totally. They're totally weird. Like it's interesting. Like there's a lot of things that you kind of like backlog in your head until like something happens or until like you come across something completely random and then all these memories just keep flooding back. Like to stay on the topic of dogs,
Yeah,
I
and dog memories.
yes,
Yes.
I was in some park, dog park, and I came across a girl walking a Norwegian elk hound, and I grew up with two Norwegian elk hounds.
Those are the ones that have like the wiry hair, right?
They like look like small huskies, but they're specifically like silver and black. Like they're a
Okay, okay. I'm
gorgeous,
thinking of an
gorgeous
entirely
dog.
different dog then.
Yeah, like they're beautiful, beautiful dogs, and I would totally get another one in a heartbeat. Like if I could have one of every dog, I think that's when I will truly be happy.
Well, you think about this, okay? Think about this. If you and Gord moved out to a farm, and if is Gord there
He's he's
somewhere?
like
He's somewhere.
right
Okay,
through the floor.
well, if he watches this, Gord, hear me out, okay? If you get a good chunk of land, you can have a bunch of dogs, and Gord could have a whole smoke house.
That is funny you mentioned that because that's kind of the plan.
Roll them. Nate knows. Nate's got the fucking brainwave. We're on the same length. Me and Gord. Me and you and Gord. We're family pretty much. Like we're
It's
practically
like you
related.
have ESPN or something.
I don't even like sports, but I'm psychic too.
Yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
Fucking
Um,
Gord.
oh, but yeah, like seeing this dog
Uh-oh.
like brought back all my memories of the
Hold
other
on.
dogs. Like,
Hold on a sec here. I gotta refresh my video feed. It seems
ooh,
it looks like old Nady boy is glitched out. I didn't. I thought I dropped the call. That tripped me right
oh
out. I'm sorry.
no.
I'm sorry. Start again. I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay. False alarm. We'd rather have this running smoothly than it being like...
It gets smoother every time, I swear.
It's a trick of the trade.
Practice.
You're becoming a well-oiled engine.
That's right.
There'll be a point in time where you can do this in your sleep. And
then I'll be doing sleep streams.
Yeah!
Dream
Weird
stream
part,
with
like,
Nate Trash.
Like Paranormal Activity 15 featuring Nate Trash.
Or something like super campy and like 80s like, welcome to the dream stream with Nate Trash. And it'll be me in like some sweet silky pajamas with little teeth all over them.
And like some smooth jazz. Like sexy saxophone music playing in the back. Yes.
The world needs more smooth jazz, Dana.
It needs more saxophone in general, I think.
Holy fuck, I'm with you on that. Anybody in the comments agree with us? If there's anybody in the comments that agrees with more saxophone, please let us know, because I'm with you there. More saxophone for sure.
Totally. And it's funny because saxophone, like I've noticed, is making a comeback in like pop music. And in particular, like artists like The Weeknd are totally bringing back that like 80s synth sound.
Oh, yeah.
Like Gordon and I were actually talking about this in the car the other day. Like he kind of like rebooted that trend. And I don't know, maybe I'm completely out to lunch on this and don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but he's at least like, The Weeknd is the noticeable like pop artist.
Trying to do that 80s shit. That 80s fucking, that 80s synth wave, fucking new wave style.
Yes.
Almost like Depeche Mode.
Kind of, yeah.
Little bit of Eurythmics.
Mm-hmm. Straight up.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's crazy because he just like, The Weeknd put out this record recently. I don't know what it's called, but that fucking song, Blinding Lights, that have been playing everywhere. Like, you can't go into like a modern clothing store and not hear that song, or like a pub or something.
Not a fan.
And not hear that song.
Not a fan of that song.
It's totally, I fucking love that song. Every time it comes on, I'm like, yeah.
And the only reason I'm not a fan is because it's overplayed.
Don't be that guy. Come on. You cannot tell me that song doesn't fuck hard.
I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying that it's not something that I'm going to turn on. I just got a little message from my friend here.
Eat shit, Ted.
He knows. I know it's very vague. It's very vague, but he'll know what I mean. I think he'll know what I mean.
Keep an inside joke.
So I like Dua Lipa though. You know who she is? I'm not super
familiar with her. I've heard her stuff that's like played on the radio, but it's usually like the end of the song I'm catching. But I haven't. I can't say I've dipped my toes in that pool yet.
She's got some bangers. She's got some fucking bangers. Tyler, the Creator. I've got a guilty pleasure for him when I get really drunk. And honestly, I hope this pisses you right off too, Ted. I'm saying this just to fucking get right underneath your fingernails. He's gonna hate me for that. What else? When it comes down to rap music, Cypress Hill always gets me going.
Of course. And like, I don't know, I always have to throw it back to like the OGs. Like
ODB for life.
And like, I love Dr. Dre. I'm a Dr. Dre fan. Of course I like Eminem because I'm a fucking white girl. And like NWA, there's some NWA that I'm like, yeah, okay, sweet. And then there's some of it that I'm just like,
I think, okay, and hear me out. NWA is Ice Cube's first album after he left NWA is the fucking tits. That shit
Yeah.
fucking slams.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
The chronic slams for sure.
Yeah.
Still to this day. And I say this, I feel like I'm a broken record, but I say this every year. One thing that always stays the same is ODB is just the banginest shit.
Totally. Straight up. I shot Ice Cube at K-Days, which is like the Edmonton version of the Stampede. Excuse me, of the Stampede, minus like the rodeo portion of the Stampede. And he broke a record for the most people at an outdoor hip hop show, I think in Edmonton. And that's pretty special because there was like a fuck ton of people there. A fuck ton of people, to the point where like you couldn't fit a fart into the crowd, and we were outside. Like there was a lot of fucking people there, so that was pretty cool to be there and to see that. And then like seeing Ice Cube within like arm's reach away was pretty sweet too. Like,
and you didn't
he
get
looked like a bulldog.
did you get pictures of that?
Yeah.
Hey, of course you fucking did.
Come on.
Okay. Now,
but yeah, like that was pretty neat too. Like,
fuck yeah.
shooting Ice Cube, and then I had shot Snoop Dogg. Like, I think after that, before or after, I can't remember. But yeah, like I did Snoop Dogg too, and Snoop Dogg was pretty fucking wild because it was like, you know how shows they usually have like hazers on, like the fog.
Yeah.
Well, they had them on, but they didn't really need to work overtime.
because of weed smoke.
Yeah, straight up.
I indulge in some puffs. This is a good time to mention the sponsor.
Yes.
Crazy Candies, THC infused hard candies and chocolates.
Booyah!
I got some of them right here. They're fucking outstanding. They're outstanding. Ooh. I like the Willie's apple flavor.
Apple flavor?
Apple flavor.
Is it like Jolly Rancher apple flavor?
No, it's like a very, very subtle, almost like Red Delicious, Gala apple flavor. Not green apple, though.
Gala?
Very good.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, like normal apple flavor.
Apple flavor things that are green, but they don't taste like green apple. There's some fishy shit going on.
Well,
I'd be skeptical.
On the camera, it's green because, like, I haven't done color correction on my camera because I'm pretty lazy.
And probably don't know how to.
And I don't know how to. I haven't come across the right YouTube video yet. So it's
I might be able to teach you virtually.
I guess you're a photographer, aren't you? I guess that kind of translates over into video as well, because a video is just a bunch of moving pictures, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah. Like,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Nate, you're an idiot. Now, I gotta ask.
Yes.
Do you like shooting local bands better, or do you like going to the big shows and getting onto the big stages?
That's tough. They both have their pros and they both have their cons. So
the cons at local shows are usually the promoters. Oh, I'm just joking.
You need that air horn, the like wah, wah, wah.
I'm getting fucking sweet effects like that eventually.
Or get like the Staples easy button so you can just like.
Yeah, right? No,
shit out of it.
That was just a joke, you guys. That was a joke. I have lots of friends who are promoters, and they're fantastic. They've always fucking paid the bands. They've always been great.
If you're a promoter and you're not shitty, learn to take the joke.
I've always been treated well by my promoters. Always.
I know. I have too. There's only been like a handful of promoters that I think are the scum of the earth, but we're not going to mention them because they are not a thing anymore.
Exactly. They don't tend to last very long.
On to that negativity.
Yeah, they don't tend to last very long.
Yeah. It's funny, like if you're a piece of shit, you get rooted out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Cause like, you know, the music scene to a degree is kind of like a high school locker room in terms of like gossip and shit. So, you know, if this promoter is fucking people over, other people are going to hear about it eventually. And then it's kind of up to everybody as a collective to like weed that person out.
Oh,
But,
yeah, no doubt.
I mean, I don't know.
Right? You got to keep the community clean.
Totally. But back to your question, I guess like the pros of the local bands is that it's always a fun time because you always see friends there. Like I always see people there at the local shows, and they're usually like pretty bumping. The shitty part is that like I suck at the late night thing. Like
Me too these days.
dude, my bedtime is like 8:30.
Yeah. That's
I
why
don't know how I'm gonna do it when shit comes back. Like when stuff is back to normal and it's like, yo, my band's on at 2 a.m. Be there. Like,
Right.
motherfucker,
Right.
a bitch is tired.
Same here. Like I'm with you on that. Holy fuck. Before the pandemic hit, like okay, and Alex hates me to this day for it because one of the last show we went to before the pandemic hit, we were supposed to see her favorite band, which is Hazard. And
Ooh.
I was very tired and we left before they played.
No, dude.
Nady boy was burnt out. I was a sleepy beeper.
Oh no.
But what am I you know, yeah, you know what? Fuck me for not predicting the pandemic.
Yeah.
I guess
it's your fault.
I guess I'm to blame for it. You know?
Yeah. Totally.
Good. I'm sorry everyone. But I was to blame about it. I'm patient zero, maybe, not really, maybe, but it's these other assholes that are keeping it fucking going. So, and don't be mad at me. Be mad at rich people.
Yeah. There you go. Exactly. To nutshell it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do when stuff is back to normal. Cause like, with the big shows, typically like headliners are on at like 9:30, 10 at the absolute latest. And then I'm usually out of there by like 11, give or take. But like the local stuff, man, like yeah, there's bands going on at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and then they're playing till like 3, and I'm just like sitting there like, that's gonna be me.
Yeah.
That's gonna be me when shows are back. You're
yeah.
catch me at the Rendezvous pub, sitting at the merch booth, like
fucking dozed, straight dozed.
like passed out, not even drunk.
The Dana dozer.
Yes. Absolutely. Catching Z's in the fucking merch booth.
Oh, fuck yeah. You gotta have a power nap, right? You gotta have a power nap.
Yeah, man. We're adults now.
Oh.
30 is on the horizon. A few years away.
Really? I turned 30 in November.
No shit.
It's creeping
Like
up.
November 2020 or 21?
November coming up. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So,
you have to have a dirty 30.
well, my brother, I can have my own party, my brother said, but he told me that he said he's got something planned. And he's like, I want to do something with you special for your 30th birthday, and I've never spent a birthday with my older brother.
No shit.
Very estranged until the last, 3 years.
What do you think he's gonna do?
Well, my brother is a fairly classy dude. He's worked very, very hard for everything he has. So when he does decide to do something, he does it well. He owns his own company. You know, he's 32 years old. He's already bought a house, sold it, bought a new one, and renovated it, and lives in it now with his family.
Respect.
My niece and nephew. I always bug him that my sister-in-law loves me more than him. Because Well, she always makes me the delicious treats, and he just eats them. So, whatever,
So
Sean.
what the fuck?
Whatever, Sean. They're my treats. Lydia loves me more. But Sean, I'm thinking it's gonna be like at least, well, it's got to be a fucking killer steak dinner and an expensive whiskey for sure.
Fuck yeah, that sounds awesome.
Big boy stuff. He implied that it's big boy stuff.
Yeah, matured male
And what
adult dinner.
And I'm gonna dose him with mushrooms.
Oh hey, you know what goes really good with steak?
Right? Sean, try some of these. Crunch them on there, all dry and dirty.
Mushroom sandwich.
Oh, Sean, I ate him too. Oh.
By accident.
Oh no.
Your wife drugged me with these mushrooms.
She loves me more than you.
Then he'd be like, does she though?
Right?
Existential crisis happening.
My brother gets trippy sometimes without any hallucinogenics. I'll be totally honest. His one eye kind of like does this fucking thing.
Is it like
He's blind in one eye. He's legally blind in one eye. He had
No
cataracts. He had cataracts at birth, and he like had a little lens implanted.
Holy
And like
shit.
he's got this one eye that does this thing, but sometimes he'll look at you with the one eye doing the thing, and then the other eye does the thing, and you don't really. And it's like, wait. He throws you off. He throws you off with it just to fuck with you. And he's got no depth perception. He's a fucking professional martial artist. Well, not professional. He wants to be. Him and his wife want to open a dojo and teach karate.
That's awesome.
But with the pandemic, and not just that, with both grandmothers dying, my mom's mom and my dad's mom both passing away in the same month. My brother was left to close out the estate of my dad's mom.
Yeah.
And then my mom's mom was just really weird because we have so much family on that side that just doesn't see eye to eye. So it was just really difficult. All those goals had to get put on the back burner. But the good thing about it, silver lining, our kids have been spending a lot of really solid time together.
That's good. I find like when I was a little kid, and I'm the youngest of 3, I have 2 older sisters. And when we were kids, we spent a lot of time with my cousins on my dad's side. I only have one cousin on my mom's side, but he's like quite a bit older than all of us. Like, so we never really had much of a relationship with him growing up. Like, pretty much up until like I think I was like 18, I referred to him as uncle, even though he's a cousin, because he was so much older than us.
I had the same situation with my cousin Uncle Kenny.
Yeah!
I called him my cousin Uncle Kenny.
Yeah, so you get it then.
I do.
But then on the other side, like my dad's side of the family, I have like a shitload of cousins because his side of the family is huge. But yeah, like we spent a lot of time with them, and I think that's like those are like the first friends that you have as children. Excuse me. So I think like spending a lot of time with your cousins as a little kid is super important.
Definitely.
And it's super important to your like social development too. That's another thing. Like, man, kids need that social development for sure, because then you don't grow up to be fucking weirdos like me. So
yeah, same boat. My gay uncle was my best friend growing up.
Fucking A.
And he's a criminal too, so that kind of didn't help. Everybody knew he was a criminal, and they're like, "Oh yeah, and he's gonna be a criminal too."
The shit apple doesn't fall far from the shit tree.
No criminal record. Record. Nate rules.
So you have one up on him then?
Yeah, I have a couple up on him actually. I got more teeth than he does.
You have sorry?
I got more teeth than he does.
Fucking A.
And I don't have that many of them fuckers.
Man, teeth are like. Have you seen fucking dental fees and shit now. Teeth are like retarded expensive.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's been 14 years for me. 15 actually. I'm 29 now. It's been 15 years for me. I taught myself how to talk again. Because I don't have any of the fronts.
Holy shit. Are you from your front teeth are missing? Are the teeth beside your front teeth missing?
Just the one on the right. Wait.
Holy fuck.
Let me check my thumb. Left.
I'm ambidextrous, so I can't tell the difference between my rights and lefts either.
I got tattoos on my hands, so I could tell the difference.
I probably should get that too, because I'm like, it's it's the door on the this way.
And I can't do the L thing, because then they'll be like, is this guy some sort of photographer? Like, it fits for you, right? You can do that. You're just framing out a shot, right?
Yeah.
But really, you're just trying to
it off like that.
But really, you're just trying to not be fucking lost.
Yeah. Story of my life. Story of my life.
I'm just framing out a shot. Can you tell me which direction home is, please?
Oh my god. Or like when I was a kid trying to insult people and do the like, ugh. I'd always do it with the wrong hand. And
make it backwards.
Yeah, and then they're like, is this chick fucking new? Like
those people are all dorks anyway.
Not good. Not good.
Fucking dorks. Oh my goodness. I got this new vape cartridge. This new distillate vape cartridge, and it tastes like fucking Fruity Pebbles.
I was never a Fruity Pebbles kid. I was like I'm totally blanking. Toucan Sam.
Fruit Loops.
Yes. Fruit Loops. How the fuck? I don't know what's going on in here anymore.
You don't stop. Sorry. You don't stop eating cereal because you get older. You get older because you stopped eating cereal, man.
Probably. Or because I started eating cereal with like almond milk and oat milk instead of regular milk.
Oat milk.
Yeah, man. Oat milk's the shit. Garrett Nelson turned me on to oat milk, and then we were buying it a whole bunch and like eating the fuck out of cereal with it, and it's pretty good.
I'm gonna tag him in the comments and see if he shows up.
Yeah, Bear.
I don't think it works like that with my comment section on the Trash Talk page, because for some reason Facebook likes to restrict access.
Really? Maybe I can tag him. Hang on.
Yeah, it won't. It'll only tag other pages or public figures, and I don't think Garrett has set up his public figure page yet. He should though. He should at least set up an Instagram just for his hair.
Oh, for his fucking feet, man.
Feet man! No, feet man! Superhero Garrett
there
is
we go.
Feet Man.
I tagged him.
Get into it, Garrett.
Gare Bear.
Thanks for the last old meal. Drinking your beer, Garrett. My old band, World Class White Trash. Shout out to those pricks. Shout out to them if they're watching. They probably are not watching. They got enough of me over the fucking years. They don't want any more. They're like, Nate? No, fuck that guy.
No.
We always, I personally wanted to get you to take our pictures so bad, but you were in Edmonton, and the closest we could get was Olds. And every time we played in Red Deer, there was no chance. And it was one of those things where it's like, how do you even approach somebody like that who shoots the upper tier of bands?
You know what?
And like big bands, and then we never had the fucking money for an actual photo shoot, and then the guys didn't really want to do the photo shoot. They're like, yeah, I don't think we need photos like that, man. It's like, buddy, we're being asked to do them, like, by everybody. Like, shut up, man.
And like anybody who's listening, if there even are people listening, if you're in a band with somebody and you're thinking about getting pictures done, whether it's with me or whether it's with fucking anybody, and someone in your band is like, no, we don't need that. We don't need that. Listen to me. Let me tell you, you do need that, because that's a massive, massive representation of what it is you're trying to represent with your music. Like, you're putting a face to the art here.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
So fucking important. It is so fucking important, and I can't stress that enough. Whether it's with me or whether it's with anybody else,
get fucking pictures taken.
Get pictures done.
Next time,
and even if you only do it once and never change your lineup after that, which I mean is a kind of rare thing these days, but just get them done.
Yeah.
Just get them done.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can use them forever. But I would have fucking loved to do pictures with world-class white trash. Like, we would have went all out with it.
We were fucking... Darcy was like, I got some ideas. And then when Darcy goes off with ideas, he's like, let's make Justin drag a fucking casket through the field and then we'll bury Hayden alive. I'm like, dude, like, what the... He's like, okay, so it'll... He's like, okay, so it starts out with a drunken poker game, and then we find out Hayden's cheating, and we fucking stab him.
Like, so is this like a music video, or is this like...
Yeah, this was one of the ideas he came up with for a music video. Like...
That would have worked.
He goes...
That would have been awesome.
I think about it from time to time, and I think it might have worked out pretty well myself too, but like the coming together, I'm like, Darcy, you got to storyboard this. Like,
totally.
Do a storyboard.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think we got to do that. I'm like, buddy, you're explaining this, like you see the pictures in your fucking head. You see this, how this is working in your head, but nobody else does. Everybody else sees different pictures in their fucking head right now, man.
Yeah.
And he's like, totally. Yeah, we'll get around to it. And then the band just eventually fucking dissolved. But you can still take pictures of me for Trash Talk.
I totally could. You want to shoot at the dump?
Yeah, some dump and some back alleys full of fucking graffiti.
Watch out for the dump bees.
Oh, those are my friends.
Dump bees. No, but yeah, if you want to do that, we'll start brainstorming, and I'll do you good.
I do. I definitely do.
Totally.
I definitely do.
I think we could get some good shit. And, like, it's a shame that world-class white trash, like, isn't a thing.
It's not. It's really not a shame. It's really not a shame.
But it is. Like, I think I went back. I looked back, I think it was yesterday. And I had shot world-class white trash, I think, at that same Calgary Metal Fest that Skeleton Witch played.
Oh.
That was at Dickens.
Yes, it was. Wait, no. Yeah. Because we played with...
Kaioctus. Excuse me.
That was when Big James hosted, was it not?
Big James hosted the year after.
Because we played...
I remember that.
You gotta remember, Dana, I didn't treat my brain very well back in those days.
Who did?
I was very loaded all the time. But I googled world class one night when I was wasted. A fucking Calgary Herald article from 2011 came up, making fun of our band name.
Making fun of your band name?
Yeah, I didn't even know. I was like, how do these people print this shit? What the fuck? I'm like, 2011?
I'll have to look that up and find it. Like, I'm curious. I'm curious. What did it say?
Okay.
Like, how were they making fun of
it was like, some bands have pretty unfortunate names.
Oh.
And it showed world-class white trash. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can pull it up for you.
Oh my god, yeah, send me the link for that because I'm interested to see what it says.
World class
Not many
white
bands have
trash.
unfortunate names.
So, the thing, and then, oh, did you see the Metal Archives cat pictures?
Yes, on April Fools, yeah, I thought that was really funny.
We had some cat pictures.
Fuck yeah.
It was pretty cool to see that.
That's a good gag. Like, Metal Archives knocked it out of the fucking park with that. Whoever came up with that idea to change all of the pictures to cat pictures is a fucking genius.
How much time do you think it took to do that? Do you think they came up with just like a little piece of code that like swapped all the pictures out with cat pictures? Like, oh, we got this art or this album, and then we'll switch it out with this album, and this little piece of code in our website will switch them all up? Or do you think somebody went and switched? Or do you think they went and switched those fucking pictures individually?
I think if they would have done it individually, they would have had to be like, okay, so person 1 gets bands listed letter A to fucking F, and then person 2 gets so on and so forth. Like, they would have had to like section out the alphabet to like numerous people. I'm sure, like, I don't know anything about like coding and coding websites and shit like that, if that's even a thing, but I think that was probably like something like that. How the fuck did they find so many cat pictures? Never mind. Let me take that question back. This is the internet. Cats run the internet and they don't even fucking know it.
That's why. That's what makes me think they just swapped out a file, and it was just woo, because there's so many fucking cat pictures.
Think about how that spread like wildfire. Like, how many people do you know personally, or like bands that you follow, were like, check out my Metal Archives picture today, and it's this fucking fat shit cat.
Right? Everybody was so stoked on it, and I'm not even like a huge cat person. Like, Tuxedo, my girlfriend's cat and me, he's like my John Wick dog.
Aww.
But I fucking hate him.
Oh, you love him. Shut the fuck up. I have the pictures to prove it.
Ooh, she's got the shit. She's got the dirt on you, Nate. Alex, make it public.
It's not that dirty dirt.
Oh, come on.
He wakes me up and he meows at me and I fucking poke him and I call him names.
He knows. I wonder, like, is the hatred mutual?
Yeah, because when I leave for a weekend, like if I gotta go visit my family or like I gotta go do some podcast shit out at my buddy's farm, he fucking pukes on my backpack when I get back. Yeah, he pukes on my stuff when I get home. He waits till I get home and he waits till I'm sitting in the living room and then he picks something and he pukes on it.
He's like, hey, bitch.
Yeah, clean up my fucking puke, bro.
Like, I mean, I'd rather clean up puke than shit.
He's mad at you for leaving him.
He's such
So is it an act of love? Like, it's like, this is how distraught I was because you left me? And I don't know what to do.
I think it's because I wake up at 5 and feed him in the morning, and if Alex definitely doesn't wake up at 5 to feed him.
Oh, so maybe he's mad at her, but he's taking it out on you.
Nope, he's mad at me, taking it out on me. You left, it's your fault. I love Mom. Fuck you, Nate.
He's like...
Yeah, with his little cat fingers, little bastard.
Yeah, these little, like, fuzzy knuckles.
Oh, no, he gets full-on fingers when he flips me off. That's just how it works with that fucking prick.
Cats. Man, cats.
He's sleeping like a fat puss right now. Psst, 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 psst. Yeah, he's gonna sleep, and then I'm gonna get ready to go to bed, and then he's gonna come to bed and sleep more.
But that's the life. Isn't that the life we're all... Oh, look at him!
Cat.
Oh.
He's a big fat puss.
I like his mittens.
He does have mittens, yes.
Yeah, Puff doesn't sell in white fuzzy mittens.
That's Tuxedo.
He has little sockies too.
This is Tuxedo and Tuxedo's fat tum.
Aw.
He's a big cat. He's not a little house cat.
He looks big.
He's a big puss.
I can see him with his kangaroo feet. Aw.
he's upset. He's upset because mom woke him up to show him off.
Yeah.
That's the boss's pride and joy, is that cat.
Makes sense.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I would
More than you.
I would have to say the same for me and my dog. Like,
Oh,
I
totally.
love that little bastard. I love him to death.
Because when people come over, like back when we were doing in-person interviews, he
Mhm.
would take over completely. He is a people cat, for sure.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's all over everyone. He climbs right on, and he's a 30-pound cat.
Holy shit.
So he climbs right up on. Well, he might not be that heavy anymore. He's slimmed down quite a bit, but he's still at least 20 pounds. A good sack of potatoes.
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 Potatoes. I love it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So he's a big fucking puss, and he acts like it. He'll jump on you, and his paws, it's like when a dog jumps on you. His
Mhm.
paws get in there, and his fucking beans are not soft when they got all that weight on them.
Yeah, it's his toe beans. They're like fully like compressed.
Oh yeah,
Gross fat toes.
he's a big puss, and people are like, "Whoa, your cat's really friendly," and it's like he's like rubbing on their chin because he's so big.
Oh no. Oh no.
full torso cat, this thing, and every night before bed we gotta wrestle. He attacks, we gotta wrestle.
Of course. That's bedtime ritual. Ozzy and Gord do the same thing. Ozzy's laying on the bed, and then Gord comes in the bedroom, and the dog's like watching him as he's walking over, and then he goes to crawl in the bed. The dog's like,
Nope, no deal. Tux waits, and he stares at me, and then he'll attack her. She'll be like trying to pet him and scratch him, and then he'll start batting on what he does. What
Stop
Tux
coddling
does,
me, Mom!
And he licks.
Tux does this funny little thing where he will look like he's going to attack you and bunny kick you, and he'll kick himself in the fucking head. Like he's scratching his ear. He'll boot himself in the fucking head, like miss you entirely, and fucking bunny kick the side of your fucking head with his back legs.
Aww. So he's got mashed potatoes for brains.
Mashed potatoes for brains is fucking right. Babe, your puss has mashed potatoes for brains.
Mashed what?
Potatoes. She doesn't like that. She doesn't like that one. She doesn't like that one.
Sorry, not sorry.
I test out a lot of my words on her, and she doesn't like a lot of them.
It's because they make you sound like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, they do.
Hey man, it's fun.
It rules.
It rules. It's fun. It's a nice conversation starter.
She's the greatest. I say a lot of dumb shit, Dana.
Hey, like, who doesn't? I mean, spend a weekend in this house and you will hear some shit.
You bet your ass I'll come spend a weekend in that house.
Between, like, Gord being goofy and me just being full-on ridiculous. Yeah, there was some funny shit. Like, I almost feel sorry for our neighbors when we spend time outside because they can totally hear us just being absolutely retarded. And they're probably like, who the fuck are these fucking people next door? Why don't they shut the fuck up? What are they talking about?
So Darren jumped in the chat and he corrected me again, and he commends you for your correction. He says potatoes, and he would know because he's from Ireland. And they have amazing potatoes in Ireland.
Yeah, man, they have the potato famine.
Wait, that's not. I don't know if that's really amazing, but hey,
But that goes to show that motherfuckers know their potatoes.
that's right. That's right. They were the ones who discovered. There was actually I was reading an article about a prisoner of war who they fed him potatoes because they thought potatoes were pig feed. So they fed him potatoes thinking that he would eventually just die from a bad diet, and he actually came out of prison in really good health.
Interesting.
Yeah, so and he
That
actually,
is interesting.
and he wrote something about lobbying for potatoes to be recognized as like a nutritious actual staple food.
I could see that. I mean, like, potatoes are a carbohydrate, but I mean, it also depends on how they're prepared.
Darren, what's your favorite potato?
Yeah, what is your favorite potato preparation?
So Darren's making fun of me because I have no teeth. Like, Darren, how old are you, man? That's some low-hanging fruit. Like, buddy, come on.
Hey, B,
T,
come on.
T. I taught myself how to talk again, man. Come on, Darren. Whatever. Rude. That was rude.
So, Darren, with your potato preference, would you prefer them boiled, mashed, or do you want them stuck into a stew?
Ooh, I think Darren May likes a good mash. I think he likes a good mash with like some mashed peas in there and some beans on the side, like a full English breakfast style. I think that's right up Darren's alley.
Crumpet to wash it down, and a spot of tea.
Tea and strumpets for Darren. Oh, I love it. He there's nothing Darren enjoys more than making fun of me. And I love making fun of him too.
You need those relationships in life. People that can rag on you.
Well, the
and
Australians
like,
are
you can rag on.
Australians are very good-humored people.
Oh, he's gonna be nice and beet red in the face.
he's still watching, and he said I got it right. I got it right. Mashed potatoes with gravy and peas. It's
Fuck
that
yeah.
full English breakfast. It's that full. I've been watching lots of food videos on Facebook, and there's this one guy on the BBC in Scotland, and he fucking does fish and chips, and he's this like gangly, skinny guy, not like a regular guy you would see on TV representing like a big network like the BBC, but it's really cool because he's got such great energy and charisma, and he loves his fish and chips. And Scottish people have just like every other European country, have their own dialect to go with their accent. So they say words different and they say phrases different. It's so cool to watch. I love it. It's so interesting. It makes me feel so boring and fucking basic.
I know, and it's like, why do I talk like this when I could just be so much more interesting, or appear to be more interesting?
All we have is just lots and lots of lame swear words and made up words.
Yeah. And we just like drag our vowels.
Boring.
Speak.
Hard R's everywhere. Hard R's everywhere. Oh, I get it.
It's interesting though, like people from the East Coast in particular, like watching Trailer Park Boys, because they're in Nova Scotia. Mm-hmm. Is it Nova Scotia or New Brunswick? It's Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
And listen to how they talk compared to like people in BC. You know, people in BC don't drag their R's the same way that people in Nova Scotia do. They say, I'm going to drive my car, not I'm going to drive my car. Car.
Nate says, I'm going for a roll on my skateboard.
Fuck yeah.
But no, I totally agree. I remember there's this one place that it's like a harbor, two harbor towns across the harbor from each other. And their accents and dialect change so fast that and at such a different rate that just from across the harbor they use phrases and words that the other side finds outdated and doesn't use anymore.
Really?
It's the weirdest shit. It was one of those like cooked ass rabbit hole down YouTube fucking, oh yeah, Nady boy took a handful of gummies and just rocked her and rolled.
And they're just separated by a harbor.
Yeah, you can see the other town. You can see the town on the other side. Yeah, they trade with each other. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, look at Europe.
Look at it. Fuck yeah,
Like,
Darren, look at it.
Look, fucking. Have you seen that video of that guy that's like, would you look at that? Where's that guy? I just want to look at him.
See, Darren just popped in with some beauty right now in the chat. So, Darren says he will be whatever nationality I want. Because, and this is a very good statement, being proud of where you're from is like being proud of having arms. It's dumb. I didn't make those things happen.
Being proud of having arms?
Yeah. If you have
I've never
arms.
heard that before.
If you have arms, you're fucking dumb, is what Darren's saying. Darren,
That's funny.
he said he's proud to call us friends, and this is Darren in a nutshell as well. He's such a sweetheart. He's such a cute little cupcake. And like, now he's a dad. I wish he was my dad. You know what, Darren?
Be my
Darren,
daddy.
You're my dad now.
That's what
Darren,
you have to say.
I'm
You
coming.
have to propose it to him.
I'm coming for you, Darren.
Coming for you.
Oh, I'll propose to Darren, all right. I'll propose to Darren, all right.
You have to get him a dad ring. What would a dad ring be?
I have a dad ring. It's a ring that says dad.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I got it.
No, you have to get him the coffee mug that says world's #1 dad.
I'll get it.
And be like, please.
Yeah.
And then play that, like, World Wildlife Federation song in the back, like the "In the Arms of the Angels."
That's mine and that's the song that me and Darren are gonna dance to at our wedding. I mean, wait, what?
At your dadding?
What were we talking about? Yeah, our daddy.
At your dadding. I'll photograph it. I'll be the world's first dadding photographer.
I can't wait to have dad. Like, Darren
It's gonna be
be such a great dad friend to have at shows.
totally.
And
I could-
so Darren said he's here for Skyrim strategies. Do people even play that game still? How many Skyrims is there out? How many Skyrims are out now?
I don't know. I lost track.
It started on
like, the
PS3
online.
and Xbox 360, did it not?
PS3, yeah. PS3. I'm pretty sure because I have the copy for PS3 and I have it for PS4 and I have it for PC because one console is not enough.
No, I have a PS4, I have an Xbox One, and I have my PC as well, which is
Fuck yeah.
pretty jazzy for games, but I'm getting it. Yeah, lobster hands. You gotta have the lobster hands. That's how you get the ladies, is you have the lobster hands.
You lobster hands, you bastard.
You see in
You smell like a dog.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio
Yeah.
in Wolf of Wall Street, he had the lobsters in his hands, and that's how he had all the ladies. Yeah. Right? You know.
I've been rewatching The Sopranos, and I can't handle it because it's so fucking.
You know, and they fucking swear a lot, and they say a lot of stupid shit about deli meat.
Yeah, about deli meat. Yes, Christopher.
Yeah, I was down at the fucking deli. I got a half-stack fucking Reuben with lots of sauerkraut on it. Yeah. And then we went down the street. We fucking whacked Mickey. Yeah, we whacked Mickey, and I finished that sandwich. It was great.
Like that's The Sopranos to a T.
Go dun 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 dun. Oh, there he is. That's the dog off the dog food containers. No, not quite, but that's still such a good boy.
It is, though. He's the Caesar dog.
is-
He just has a fresh haircut.
Okay. I was gonna say he's such a nice looking boy.
Doggy!
What a good pupper.
That's a pupper.
What a nice pupper.
Oh.
You know I'm talking about you, good boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, look at my fresh new haircut. I always imagine small, tiny, weird looking dogs to sound like Charlton Heston.
Or like Joe Pesci.
Or like Benedict Cumberbatch if he was talking really slow.
Oh my god. I imagine like really droopy dogs to sound like that. Quite slow like. Really not intelligent sounding.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Really dumb sounding.
Yes.
Really dumb sounding.
Yes.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I make up voices for animals in my head all the time. Tux just yells. Tux has his own. I don't even need to make up a voice for that
He's already
fucking.
gone.
He is Gilbert Gottfried.
He meows a lot smaller than he looks. Meow.
Oh, because he's this big fat cat.
He makes weird noises though.
And then there's the.
Yeah, he squeaks. He fucking squeaks. You pick him up in a weird way and he'll fucking squeak, and it's like, shut up.
Shut up.
Nobody's fucking hurting you. You're fucking hurting.
You're just so disappointed. Like
You're
you
hurting
couldn't
me.
be a more disappointed cat dad.
You're fucking hurting me with your size. You're an ornament that I feed.
Whatever.
Yes.
He is not.
He's a good puss. I'm allowed to talk shit about my puss. I don't care. You know.
He's not yours. So
Well, the boss's cat. I guess that's the boss's assistant. So, Dana, let's
Hey, but
keep going.
you
Yeah,
have to
go.
play with cat dad.
Yeah, I got to. Because if he'll starve if I don't. Alex
Yeah.
will just sleep forever.
And then he'll never eat again.
Or shit.
And then eventually he'll think that because she's sleeping all the
And
time.
he'll eat her.
Yeah.
And I told her
Yeah.
that.
It has happened before.
Tux is
There
gonna
have been
eat you one day.
reports.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna
like,
sleep for too long. You're gonna sleep for too long, and your Tux will eat you.
You know what? If that's how I go out, I'm not complaining.
So how did you get to the afterlife? My cat ate me.
Oh, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, me too. Fuck yeah." Greatest way to go. I hope that cat's doing okay.
Honestly.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't have like the human equivalent of salmonella or something. I don't know. Do you think I know that people can get like some kind of sickness from like cannibalism or from like eating.
Yeah, it's
other
like a weird brain deterioration thing.
Yeah, like I wonder if that translates over into like when animals consume people.
No, because animals, I am not. I know it might come to a shock to you and the viewers, but I'm not a doctor or a biologist.
No shit.
I'm
This is
actually
news to me.
my dental schooling that I have acquired over the years does not equate and does not translate over to the things that we're talking about. But yeah, I don't know. I honestly can't say. Right?
That's an extensive Google search, I think.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my day tomorrow.
The,
Can animals get brain deterioration after eating human flesh?
humans suck, so I would fucking hope not. I would
And
hope
we eat
not.
a lot of really shitty things.
I would hope animals don't get hurt from eating us. I hope that animals get really strong from eating us and eventually just decide that it's easy to start eating us one day.
Hopefully.
You know,
One of these days, evolution is gonna have to like take it there and be like, sorry, humankind.
you gotta
Too
back
bad.
up for a little bit. You gotta back up for a little bit. You know what? It's time for sharks with feet.
That's wiener dogs.
Yeah, it's time for wiener dogs with giraffe legs.
Oh fuck. We would be
Yeah.
all fucked. Man, we'd be fucked if praying mantises weren't as small as they are. Have you seen them like fuck up other things, like other bugs and like other small creatures?
Yeah, they're
Quite
fucking
impressive.
ferocious. There's actually a YouTube channel that is bug fights.
I've heard of bum fights, but not bug fights.
No, it's bug like crazy ass fucking bug and insect battles. It's the
I'm gonna have
wildest
to look
shit.
That's a I can't sleep and need to fall down a video rabbit hole. Usually it's been like cake decorating. Now it's bug fights.
Serenity loves cake decorating. She really does. She fucking
There's
loves
something
it.
about it that is so soothing.
Dad, let's
like,
watch cake shows.
Yeah, it's like satisfying to watch. It's satisfying to watch them like do the icing and like those cakes that have like the glassy finish.
She likes to watch. She likes to watch Nailed It on Netflix, where they mess up, where it's the bad cooks that fuck the cakes right up.
Oh my god, I haven't seen this yet.
She gets so excited about it. She's like, "Oh, look at it! It's terrible."
Look how bad he fucked that. Yeah.
And my
That's
daughter,
right.
Serenity, is just like I am. She's the greatest.
Aw.
She, it's, the shit that she laughs at is just heartwarming and wholesome, and sometimes gross.
At least you know she's got a good sense of humor.
Yeah, she's got a good sense of something, that's for sure. Well, Dana, is there anything that you want to mention or you want to say to these blind people before we wrap this up? Because we've been going for almost an hour and a half.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I guess my parting words would be thank you to everybody who's been supporting me and supporting you thus far. We wouldn't be able to do it without you. And if you need a daily dose of dog love, follow the Edmonton Dog Blog on Facebook and Instagram. And hopefully when shows are a thing again, if any of you watching band or any of you who are watching are in bands, hopefully I'll get to have you in front of the camera soon. So,
And a lot of the bands you like, the pictures that they have are probably from her. You've probably seen this name credited in a lot of the pictures you've seen because it pops up on my timeline nonstop. It's fantastic. I love it. All right, Dana, this has been fucking great.
yes, we'll have to do it again sometime.
Definitely, we definitely will. Mr. Pupperson, Mr. Sir, Mr. Dogface, you were a good boy. You were a good boy, and I wish you many dog treats and many good head scratches.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, good pup, good pup. Now, go bug Gord.
I'm going to. He's folding laundry, so I'm going to go in there and
There you go.
smack.
Oh man, I'm so bad for chores. But yes, okay. We're gonna wrap this one up. Everybody, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Trash Talk. I'm gonna be back on again tomorrow. I got casts all week this week, just to get everybody pepped up and flavored in. Dana, thank you so much for doing this. Shout outs to all the restaurants that are doing the patio thing and really trying to make it work. I'm pulling for you. Shout outs to everybody writing, recording, releasing any sort of music, any sort of art, any sort of work. If you want to be on the podcast, hit me up. Just send me a message. If you got music that you want to send, trashtalkradio666 at gmail.com, all one word. And if you just want to talk shit about me and make fun of me, jump in one of these chats sometime. It's a good time. We have some fun.
Man, it's fun.
Everybody, go treat some strangers nice. Go treat some people nice. Be nice to everyone. Don't be an asshole. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. And have a good night. Cheers, everyone.